like to invite our speakers, Brian Volsberg, Marcia Trajano, and Vanessa Anceloni, back to the stage so we can begin our next Q&A session. We would like also to invite Mrs. Elza D'Agosto from the Spiritist group Love and Light, located in Newark, New Jersey, to conduct this session for us.
Good afternoon, everyone. Feeling a little warmer? I headed for Dunkin' Donuts for hot chocolate during lunch. Are we all ready? Okay. First question for Vanessa, please. What does plasticity what does it mean in our lives? What does it do?
Okay, so plasticity is our potential to learn. And we need a brain that is plastic enough for us to gain new information and work itself out. To give an example of what plasticity is and to see how quite amazing it is inside of us and such God's blessing in our lives, as this year we're celebrating 70 years of the book Paul and Stephen by Chico Xavier's mediumistic hands, the Spiritist Emmanuel, we see in Paul, Saul, the ability of plasticity in us. If we read the book, which is a masterpiece, we're going to learn that a man was quite a mind all the time and changed himself so completely, he became the main disseminator of the teachings of Jesus. In Paul, Saul, Paul, we're going to find the ability of plasticity in our lives, which is in the brain, expressed, but in our daily lives transformed for immortality.
All right. Okay, Marcia. What is the relevance of Leon Denis in Spiritism, please?
Well, this is a great question. I am in love with Leon Denis, but what is the relevance to Spiritism specifically? He's often known as the successor of Allan Kardec, but in fact, he came with a very specific mission, which is to bring the philosophical arm to Spiritism. As we know, we have the scientific, the religious, but also the philosophical arm, and he brings that to fruition. He also consolidated Spiritism through his international exposure of the doctrine all the way to the beginning of the 20th century. One more thing that is quite interesting is the fact that he was only 18, but hungry for knowledge. And it was only that time he was just walking and found by chance, quote unquote, by chance, Spiritist book, got it. He only had the exact amount for the book, and he never put it back down. And he said it changed his life, as well know. And it's just amazing to see a spirit coming and bringing forth to us today, into the future, that philosophy.
Wonderful. Okay. Brian? What is the main need of the gospel in the home? One of the needs.
There's not just one.
Oh, we just want one right now.
I was going to say three.
All right. Go ahead.
Can I do three? All right. First one I would say is as I was saying during the lecture, when you go to church, you kind of disassociate yourself. When you bring the gospel in your home into your life, you're starting to make yourself into the way of life of Christianity, to live a Christian way of life, to live the example of Jesus Christ, the disciples, and all them. It also gives it a chance for your family to come together. It's a chance for the whole family to come, to bond, to discuss issues. Because there's issues within the Spirit's book, the gospel, that are relevant to us in all stages of life. There might be a problem at the child's school that the gospel will help explain. And the third reason I would say is now you're teaching to not just yourself, but you're also teaching to, as I mentioned during my lecture, the disincarnate spirits. When you make your home another church, You make it it becomes as holy as a church. When you do the Christian doctrine in your home, that home becomes a church. And the spirits, the disincarnate spirits, will come to your house as though it is a church, respectfully to learn. And if you're teaching yourself the gospel at home, you're also teaching the spirits, you're teaching your children, you're teaching your friends, or whoever else has joined you for that meeting.
Right. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.